welcome back. I like how they're making walls of stuff for us to punch through now before we can cross. If I didn't have a weapon that could immediately destroy all those, that would be a problem now. Or I could probably just punch them. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that would be easy, maybe that wouldn't be. But whatever the case, having a better fist as a weapon is still nice. It's like a third fist more than anything. Although I guess it's like a fist on our fist that we can hold. Interesting, the camera changes when you're shooting stuff. Anyways. I'm eager. Like Spongebob, you can't have an eager face though, because you don't have a face as far as I'm aware. See, when you can actually get the punch combo to work, it's real nice. Wait, we're still making a bottom. Oh, I guess we're going back now? Huh. I was wondering if they were kind of compressing the game by having Bikini Bottom be here. I don't know why they would... I guess that means they had to design fewer set pieces and whatnot. I would have liked just having fewer Bikini Bottom levels and fewer other levels of each theme. So does this mean, though, that we have... So I guess that means we have, what, 10... Or about 10? I think it actually turned out to be 9 or something like that. Dutchman levels, and then an equivalent number of Bikini Bottom levels? It's kind of a weird way to split something. You don't usually see only 2 types of level in a game. This game is suffering from that issue where we're re-entering Bikini Bottom now? I guess we are. We did in fact exit Bikini Bottom last time we passed that sign. What was I saying now? I may or may not be getting better at forgetting what I'm talking about lately. I feel like I had it for a moment. I almost remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I have plenty of time to remember it now as I walk back to whatever that other fork in the road was. Was I just talking about the different levels? Level designs? Or was that why I got distracted by it? Or, yeah. I'm not sure. It's hard playing things and talking at the same time. It's legitimately multitasking. Multitasking is hard. Is this the place I have been? Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in this game, I'll go with that, in terms of just stuff to see. Like, the levels aren't empty, like, there's stuff all over the ground. You have little grass tufts and whatnot everywhere. You have, like, bits of light coming in from the surface. You have varied lighting across the level. It ultimately still ends up being a little bland, just because there aren't landmarks. You're not really interacting with, like, different parts of the environment. You're just following... No? Okay. You're just following past the whole time. But I think as far as following past the whole time goes, this game probably did as well as it could. Approximately. And granted, you can only have so much original stuff in the game. This being a DS game. They probably have some stuff reused in the game's memory across each level. This way. Just to save on some resources. Given that this game's stored on something the size, physically, of an SD card. Which of course nowadays you can have SD cards that hold like 128 gigabytes at least, but still. And cost much more than a DS game, I think. Squeeze through there, Patrick. You didn't squeeze very well. You're a little, not really prime. You're prime shaped for piercing things, but not really squeezing without contacting them, I guess. Such as the starfish way. At least the Patrick starfish way. Because he's kind of a thick starfish. Although it does remind me that we also tend to see some reusing of level design elements too. Like kind of the round thing that you fight enemies around. It has some branches off of it that have stuff. Like this. But of course, this game's still short on their way, so you're in a sticky situation, I guess, when you're short but also repetitive. I think that tends to mean you're just being too repetitive. But like I was just now saying, you can only make things so different in each level in the DS usually. Then again though, I mean you had stuff like Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 that actually did have full 3D unique environments throughout the whole game, so I don't know. Maybe the constraints weren't exactly on space in the game. Then again, we do have full cutscenes in this game. 1, voice acted cutscenes, and 2, video cutscenes. Long ones. So that probably has something to do with it too, if storage space is of concern. Whoops. Thankfully we can do this. What? Is this how the game works? I despise you, game. Why did you do this to me? Do I have rewind on here? No. I thought this game had had rewind. Did they remove it? Darn it! Really? Wait, no, I was on the wrong. I'm sorry. I was about to say, why would they even remove the number of sprockets you have on hand? They don't. I wasn't paying attention. This, as evidence of some of the difficulties here, I was starting to check out a little bit with this game. So what's the point of this thing? It doesn't even have a much higher rate of fire than the pickle. I guess ultimately it probably has a slightly higher DPS at the cost of lower range, if it's balanced well at least. Of course, this thing having a further range doesn't mean you can actually lock onto things from further. Man, this thing still has a really short range. What the heck? Look at that. It's really, really short. Just punch the turrets. That was good jump, Patrick. I like that backwards jump. Hold on, I want to keep that 50. Let me survive until the next checkpoint for a second. But what's with this place now? This doesn't look like Bikini Bottom to me. How do we get here? Boom. It really doesn't make any difference who you play as in this game. I feel like since they don't have voice clips or anything, I'm just best strat. Hey, I want that. Best strat in this game is to hit all of the mines because they drop stuff. Especially if you have iframes to do it with. I want you. Why do you do this to me? I like how you can fall while not actually... I like how you can have a chasm depth without actually falling into a pit in this game. You just stand too close to an edge. Boom. I guess we'll go back up there later, something like that. I'm not completely sure I'm using this weapon. I guess just to not be overly repetitive in weapon usage. But it's not fully upgraded yet. So damage weapon wise, it's not the wisest. If I want range, I can at least use this. And this has spread too, of course, so I can, in some cases, hit multiple things like I just did, and in others, even if I'm not locked on this, I have some chance of hitting it. I like how we just are above void now. This is not why I remember Bikini Bottom being a black void that just moves in strange ways sometimes, this platform. Okay, though. think the moving platform gig has overstayed its welcome a little bit, though. I think we've had enough levels like this. I think in any one level, having an entire level like this is a bit much. Here we go. Now we're looping around. It doesn't help that it really takes its time as much as it possibly can. And it's an auto-scroller, but it's a slow one too. I am literally yawning. Although that might be in part because I started recording this late and I also didn't get too much sleep last night. So that might not be the Bob's fault. The Spongebob, that is. I'm hitting something. I don't know what I'm hitting, but I'm hitting something. That's what unlimited range does. This seems to have unlimited range or something like that. Boom. Into the mine. These mines now remind me of Derek and Dodgeball from Neopets. Since one of the balls you had to dodge was... It looked a lot like these mines. In fact, it was just a big spiked ball. It amuses me that Neopets gets away with some of the things they do. Actually, that's an entire conversation on its own to have. Neopets does have some really strange stuff on it. That's something I should probably talk about if I'm playing another Neopets game, of which there's only one more, actually, that I would ever consider playing, unfortunately. And I don't think it's of the same standard as Darkest Fairy. I was about to say, is that a platform I can stand on? There are sprockets on it, but no, it was just sprockets from enemies I destroyed. My longevity is greatly improved, I noticed, by having a longer weapon here, which makes sense. Yep, still yawning. I do wish the console version, the handheld version, had a little bit more variety in its weapons, though. Both in the sense of them doing more different things. Like, this just seems to be a lower rate of fire version of this, except this also has a lower range, I guess. Reflower is still something kind of unique, I guess. But they're not as unique as in the console version. Of course, you have fewer than in the console version, but still. But that's more reason for your weapons to be more unique and more distinct from each other if you have fewer of them. That's why I can kind of commit some of the weapons in the console version being clones of each other. Or at least close to being clones. And yet, there's also less variety when you upgrade them. In the console version, I was excited to upgrade weapons because they did different things. But in this one, no, it just doesn't work much. Unless you're using the target sauce laser in the console version, of which, in that case, it jump! Heroic finish. In that case, all it actually did was increasing damage. Okay. That's a good time, I guess, standing in the level, actually. It's a natural pace. So I'll end it here, even though it's slightly early. So I'll see you guys next time, the next episode, where I think there are only like 2 levels left or something. Maybe? Maybe? That's my guess. We'll see. Bye, everyone!